Welcome to CET Help. Today I'll be explaining the topic of fertilization. This is a subtopic in the second chapter in biology NCERT, that is human reproduction. So now we will explain some events which take place during the event of fertilization. What is fertilization? Fertilization is the fusion of the two gametes, that is the male and the female gamete fusion is termed as fertilization. Now in humans or in a higher level animals, in humans the male gamete is carried by the sperm. I had explained the structure and functionalities of a sperm. This is the sperm, what I have shown right here. This is the sperm, and the female gamete is carried by the ovum, which is present inside the ovaries of a female body. Now, initially, for fertilization to occur, the sperm, which is contained in the semen of the male, is inseminated into the female body. Once the semen enters the reproductive part of the female body, this process is termed as insemination. It can also be said when the sperms enter the vagina of the female body, it is called as insemination. Once the semen enters the female body, the motile sperms which are present inside the semen, they will travel through the reproductive sections of the they will travel through the reproductive sections. The motility of the sperms here is very important for the sperms to reach the ovum. Now this is very important, as if the sperms are not motile, most of the sperms will degenerate before they reach the ovum, which is present inside the ovaries. And if that is the case, then fertilization will never occur in the body. On an average, when a semen enters the body, contains a few million motile sperms, or all of the motile sperms do not reach the ovum. Many of them degenerate. Many of them degenerate on their way towards the ovum. Only a few thousand of the motile active sperms will reach the ovum, or it will reach the ampullary region that leads to the ovaries, where the ovum is present and waiting for fertilization to occur. Sperms which reach the ovaries will come in contact with the zona pellucida layer. Now this is very important. This thing which I have depicted here, it is the zona pellucida layer. The sperm has to go through the corona radiata cells which are surrounding the ovum, and it has to reach the zona pellucida layer. Now this layer is acting as a semi-protective layer. Once a sperm goes through the zona pellucida layer, the zona pellucida layer will change its properties to act as an opaque or protective wall which blocks the other sperms which are trying to enter the space where the ovum is present. That is, the sperm, when it comes in contact with the zona pellucida layer, it will allow one sperm to go through the zona pellucida layer membrane, and it will change its properties and block the rest of the sperms from entering the space. This is also called as a perivitelline space, which stores the ovum within it. This property of the zona pellucida layer is very important, as this will ensure that only one sperm will reach the ovum and it is fertilized by only one sperm. Now what happens is the secretions of the acrosome. Once the sperm enters into the space where the ovum is present, it has to navigate towards the ovum. Once it enters the ovum, the acrosome, that is the head part of the sperm, contains secretions which will help it to enter into the ovum and reach the nucleus, where the genetic material is present, and further this is finally what happens in the events of fertilization. I hope I have completed the points, covered all of it, and this is a very important concept, and it is often asked in entrance exam papers as well as in NEET. So, once the fertilization occurs, it forms into a zygote. The ovum, which is haploid in nature, it contains one N, and the sperm, which is also haploid in nature, they fuse together to form a diploid cell, which is called the zygote, which is a product of fertilization. Now we will also go through the topic of implantation, which occurs immediately, or it occurs just after the event of fertilization in a human body.